What precisely occurred during the 3 days separating Jesus' death on the cross and his resurrection? Where did he journey? The pivotal moment was marked by his final significant words, "It is finished," as recorded in John 19:30. Having spoken, he lowered his head and relinquished his spirit. His physical form remained on the cross only briefly before Joseph of Arimathea, aided by Nicodemus, carefully removed it and prepared it for burial. 3 days later, a transformative event took place. His body and spirit were reunited, and he rose from the dead. Following this resurrection, Jesus revealed himself to his followers, first appearing to Mary Magdalene, before ultimately ascending to heaven. However, the interval between his death and resurrection, those critical 3 days, has long captivated curiosity. What transpired during that time? Where was Jesus and what activities did he undertake? This discussion seeks to explore these enduring questions. The Bible, particularly the Synoptic Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, does not offer a detailed chronology of Jesus' actions during these 3 days, a period sometimes theologically termed the harrowing of hell or the descent into hell. The Gospels predominantly focus on the events preceding the crucifixion and the resurrection itself. Consequently, understanding this intermediate phase often leans more on theological interpretation and tradition rather than explicit scriptural descriptions. Nevertheless, we can piece together an understanding of this vital period. One of the most direct clues regarding Jesus' whereabouts comes from his conversation on the cross. The Bible recounts that Jesus was crucified alongside two thieves. One requested that Jesus remember him upon entering his kingdom. Luke 23:42. Jesus responded, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." Luke 23:43. This strongly suggests that immediately following his death, Jesus went to paradise, or heaven. This aligns logically with his final act of committing his spirit into God's hands, as God resides in a place of eternal bliss and love, heaven. However, another compelling passage regarding Jesus' location is found in 1 Peter 3:18-20. For Christ also suffered once for sins, the righteous for the unrighteous, to bring you to God. He was put to death in the body, but made alive in the spirit. After being made alive, he went and made proclamation to the imprisoned spirits, to those who were disobedient long ago when God waited patiently in the days of Noah while the ark was being built. This passage lends itself to interpretation. It could imply that sometime between his death and resurrection, Jesus journeyed to hell or Hades and delivered some form of announcement to the spirits imprisoned there. These spirits could potentially be demonic entities, deceased humans, or fallen angels. It's often interpreted that these spirits were fallen angels, imprisoned for defying God's law alongside Lucifer before Noah's flood, as indicated by the reference. While the text doesn't specify the content of Jesus' proclamation, it's unlikely to have been a message of redemption, given that Hebrews 2:16 suggests angels are not offered salvation. A more probable interpretation is that Jesus declared his victory over Satan and his forces. From this viewpoint, Jesus descended into hell to announce his triumph over death and Satan. Another scriptural reference shedding light on Jesus' activities during this period is Ephesians 4:8-10. This is why it says, "When he ascended on high, he took many captives and gave gifts to his people." What does he ascended mean except that he also descended to the lower, earthly regions? He who descended is the very one who ascended higher than all the heavens in order to fill the whole universe. Referencing Psalm 68:18, Paul's words are often interpreted to mean that Jesus, having secured salvation on the cross, descended to the realm of the dead, Hades, paradise, and gathered all the redeemed righteous individuals from the Old Testament era, like Abraham, David, Daniel, the thief on the cross, etc., leading them from their temporary dwelling place to their permanent home in heaven upon his ascension. Alternatively, Ephesians 4 can be understood to mean that during the 3 days, Jesus descended to defeat and metaphorically imprison humanity's spiritual adversaries, the devil, death, and the curse of sin, before ascending victoriously to heaven. This perspective finds resonance with Matthew 12:40. For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of a huge fish, so the Son of Man will be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. Ultimately, it's crucial to acknowledge that the specific details of Jesus' activities during these 3 days are not explicitly laid out in the Bible, and different Christian traditions maintain various perspectives. However, Jesus' own words provide significant guidance. Today you will be with me in paradise. This statement offers strong confidence that he went to paradise after completing his redemptive work and proclaiming his victory over death. Thank you for watching. Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. God bless you.